Good morning. I am Tessa-Marie and welcome to the Morning Blessings. I have been waiting for you. How are you feeling on this wonderful Monday morning? It is the 13th of January, 2025. Good morning, Stacy. How are you feeling this morning? Are you fired up and ready to go? Hello, Azim. How are you feeling this afternoon? It is February 13th, 2025. Hello, Colin. How are you guys feeling this morning? It's a beautiful, warm. It is warm, but because it's warm, there's a chance of snow. We have had flurries this morning. Nothing to worry about, but enough to make you know. Remember, it's winter. So, we are ready. Feeling fired up, right? That's really important. Our morning blessings today is apropos for January. Because in January, not you guys, because you did your goal setting since September. So you're just sitting down and basking in it, knowing that your goals will be accomplished. And that is wonderful because you set it up so early. You were not in the energy of January. That is very, very hard to take. Good morning, Jean. How are you feeling today? How was your exercise program this morning? Did you take Mabel along for the ride? So, Stacy always takes her angel with her on the ride, whenever she's going walking. So, today's morning blessing. Manifesting requires relaxation and consistency. So, one of the things we have to realize is that manifesting is not a hurried process. It's not a process where you work yourself up to a frenzy and you lose how you're feeling. That is not what it is. It is. Manifesting is something that has to be done when you are in relaxation. And the other thing to get it going is something called consistency. Many of you have heard your friends and maybe family tell you, I'm not able to manifest this visualization thing. Manifesting doesn't work. And you are sitting there and you have seen it work in your life. That's amazing. Good. I love that. And you have seen what you desire manifest in your life. It came. You got it. And then you're standing there listening to a person that is so depressed about manifesting that is not happening for them. And honestly, you have no idea what to say. And that's what I have found. So they're telling me, Tessa-Marie, it doesn't matter how hard I try, what I do, and I really make an effort, and I do this and I do that, and they're clenching their teeth as they're talking, and it does not happen for me. Manifesting does not work for me. And you cannot criticize. You cannot form opinions. So you are just left to listen. Hi, Georgie. Good morning. How are you feeling this morning? And you are just left to listen to what that person is telling you. Because you know you have manifested things in your life. You know by being in the moment, not in the past, not in the future, but in the moment, you were able to manifest in your life. So when your friends, neighbors, family tell you, it doesn't matter what I do, I am always hitting a wooden wall or some wall. Good morning, Rosalind. How are you feeling this morning? Because they have not been able to manifest. And even when they're talking to you, you can see that they are in that position of they're not relaxed. They're down on themselves. They're putting themselves down. And look, I'm doing great and everybody's fired up, Rosalind, and ready to go. They're putting themselves down. They're telling you all the negative things that happens to them when they attempt to manifest. But you cannot criticize them. You cannot just jump in and say, it's easy to do. or you cannot give them advice at that stage. Good morning, Lisa. How are you feeling this morning? So when somebody says to you that I am having difficulty manifesting what I desire in my life, you have to just hold your breath and hold your tongue back. You cannot say anything. You can't say this is what, how, that opinion, what, you can't. Because you see, unless that person asks you a question, says, how do you manifest what you desire in your life? You say you succeed at manifesting. Then you can go in to explain, and still you have to go like this, gingerly crawling into their life to explain it to them, because if you go a little bit too strong, they're going to just come back. You see, they have statements they're going to make, and it's going to be, it still never works. So they never move from it never working to listening to hear what you say, and to say, I can choose something from what you're saying and I can use it. So you have to wait until they ask. And the best thing to do is to just be there and listen to them. Because manifesting is not something you can do if you're not relaxed. It's not something you do on Tuesday, on Monday, the 13th of January, and you show up again on Tuesday, the 15th of March, and try it. It doesn't work like that. Nothing works like that. If you're going on a journey and you get in the car and you go, it's a journey of 100 miles and you go to 50 miles and you stop, you will not get there, will you? It's the same thing with manifesting. You have to keep going. And that is why manifesting is really challenging for people who do not realize everything we do in life is in stages. Everything has a time to gestate. It has a time to be born. It tells you that in scripture. There's a season. But you have to keep at it. You cannot stop because you're going 50 miles and you say, you know what? In the book, Think and Go Rich, the example the man gave us, this father and son were digging for gold. And they had worked and worked and worked, digging. Good morning, sister. How are you feeling this morning? I hope you're feeling better. So they worked and worked on digging gold. They did everything. And then, when they saw they couldn't get there fast enough, they stopped. Somebody came to them and said, I'll buy the gold mine from you. And they sold it to the person who asked to buy it because they had given up. They're not going to do it again. Yes, Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. And the people who bought the gold mine found gold 3 feet from where they started. The consistency did not hold the father and the son to the point of being so consistent that they would keep going. And we have information about that. When you did it and your fingers are worn, the tools that you use to dig and to do what are worn, and you ask every nerve and sinew in your body, just give me one more try. Let me try again. And that is how manifestation happens. Is realizing you have to continue and you have to be consistent. It's not a hit and miss thing. And nobody can tell you to do it the way they did it. They can explain to you. For me, manifestation is stillness and silence. We have that. We are given that opportunity. I told you a long time ago with my friend, and she said, I just sat. She said, I literally sat in the mess of my life. It was a really tough experience, very challenging, she said. And I sat in it. She said, I sat there and I brought myself to a point of relaxation. Because every time I took the challenge and the pain of what I was experiencing and make an attempt to move from it, I fell back down again. So she said, when she noticed it, she decided, I'm just going to sit there, relax in it, and then I can maybe see it for what it is, bend it, twist it, and do something about it. Otherwise, if I am just going to get myself going in circles because of it, I realized I wasn't getting anything done. So there is something that can happen, happens to me. And whenever it does, I usually laugh, good morning, Yuko, or I just look at it and I go, oh, so that's where you want to be. And that's how you want to land. All right, I'll get back to you. So sometimes, you're busy doing things and a glass, something crashes to the floor. As long as I'm not stepping on it, I usually walk away from it. I leave it there. And I go, okay, you're right. And I walk away. And then when I go to it, I say, oh, it's an end of an era. I guess you're done, eh? You have to be able to do that. If you cannot smile at the challenges when you are working towards achieving your manifestation of something, you will not get over it. You will not climb over those circumstances. You have to be able to look at the challenge that gets up. The moment you say, I am going to do something, a challenge comes in your way. That is just how it happens to be. And when we find the challenge, we cannot dwell on it. We have to stay focused on what it is we desire to accomplish, like the father and the son. They couldn't hit goal. But so what they decided to do was to stop. They sold the mind to somebody who showed up, and the mind gave them 3 feet from where they started, they found the goal. So manifestation requires that type of consistency. Manifestation makes you realize that what happens outside of you should not interfere with what it is you're planning inside of you. And especially when we take what is happening outside of us and use it and allow it to control our behavior, we really, really are messed up. Because that is equivalent to saying to that human being, here, you are so strong, or the situation, you're so powerful that I'm going to let you control me. And then when you do that, you will notice the words that you're using. And you might suddenly see everything you attempt as a struggle rather than a challenge. And the moment you start using words such as hard, struggling, it becomes more of that, because what you say is what you get. I was talking to a young lady on Friday evening, and she was talking about, and she wanted to know what keeps you going in the right direction. What keeps you, what makes you do it? And I had a nice experience on Friday at 4:15 in the morning that took over my entire morning. So when the realization of what happened throughout the night hit me, I only had one place to go. And it's the ability to be grateful that I can deal with this situation at this time of the morning. So I put on my gratitude chest, my gratitude hat, my gratitude determination, my gratitude. I am happy and grateful. I dug into it, and every step I took and every action I made, I had to be grateful for something. I was grateful I could keep going up and down the stairs. When I was done, it was 6 a.m. And it was just so challenging. But I had to deal with it. And what made me deal with it was going down and being relaxed. So stomping my feet, screaming, all of that, phoning other people, all of that, telling them the tale of the situation, all of that would not have made it any different. I would still have to do the work. So you have to choose where you are and decide, I have a plan, I have a goal. And yes, obstacles will come because that's just how it is. There's different energies. And we attract the energies we think and the energies we speak about. But sometimes you get that situation right in your face. Do you lie down and have it cover you and keep you there? Or do you rise like the phoenix from the ashes and decide, I have to do this. I have to fix this. I must do it now. Otherwise, I will not be able to concentrate for the rest of the day if this is hanging over me. That's what made my decision. And I spent almost 2.5 hours working on it. So when you have to manifest something, it wasn't a manifestation, but it was a correction I had to do. It took 2.5 hours. So what it is you have to do, and you're not giving it the consistency it requires to move in the direction you desire it to go. You started on the journey and you stop. It's too far. I'm going to quit. I'm going to let it go. I've done enough. Can you believe, ladies, if during childbirth you just say, I'm not doing anymore, I'm just sitting there, especially our parents that didn't have all these medical things, would we be here? If after some of these ladies had pushed and pushed and pushed to bring us out, they said, that's it, I'm done. Come on. We wouldn't be here today, would we? So that's why we have to be consistent. And we have to relax in order to get things done, including birthing. We have to relax. So you want to birth a lifestyle. You want to birth a certain weight. You want to birth a certain amount of money. You want to birth to get love from everybody. You want a precious person in your life. It takes time. But you have to be relaxed. And that is one of the reasons when this time of the year, if you waited until this month, January 1st, to manifest, to plan for 2025, you're already late. The train had already left the station. And you have a ticket, but there's no train to board. And you're chasing. And then the only people you're surrounded with is those that miss the train. And they complain that the train left us 30 seconds earlier than it was supposed to leave. And they will never make it to where they have to go. This is what you're hearing in January. This morning, I turned on just to get the weather report to see what was happening. And there's this person said that 13th of January, and all the goals are already weakening. She said people have decided, oh, it's too cold, I'm not going to the gym. That was the big one. It's too cold, I'm not going to, it's snowing, I'm not going to the gym. And the man is saying, you might have a gym exactly where you are. If you live in an apartment, there is a gym. It's not a high-class gym, but you can go on the treadmill. If you have no gym and you're renting, you can climb three flights of stairs every day. If you're in your home, you can go around walking in your apartment, in your house. But that is not what you hear. Because it's snowing. The snow is stopping me from going to the gym, from exercising. The cost of food, I have nothing to eat and it's too expensive. Instagram is about to get a spanking. Let him have it. So, all of that, we are taking and we're stopping our manifestation early in January. And we're saying it's not happening. And we're seeing faults with it. There's something I hand out. I ask you, what did you get today? Did you get a nugget, a black pearl, or a rare pink Canadian diamond? Very few people tell me that they got a nugget. Because a nugget in the mind, in our mind, is just a little bit of gold that is really rough and bumpy, has crevices and critters, and it's not much. It's just a nugget. But you take that nugget, you put it under a microscope, you take a pin, not a pen, a long pin, like a hat pin, old-fashioned hat pin, and you dig through all of these little crevices. Each of those crevices has something for you. So a nugget might have 10 little crevices. If you go into the crevices and you check it out with a relaxed attitude, not dabbing the nugget, but saying, I wonder what's here, and pushing it aside to see what you can find. And as you're doing that, an inspiration hits you. You put the pin down and you write your inspiration down. Okay. You got a black pearl. And it's a pearl. It's just a pearl, one. I said, one pearl, what can I do with that? That one pearl I got today, what can I do with that? And you walk away, you didn't write the inspiration that caused you to think it was an expensive black pearl. You didn't take it, you didn't weigh it, you didn't look at the formation, and you didn't think how far people had to go into the ocean to find this oyster, to crack it open and to reveal a pearl. And it's not every oyster that has a pearl. So that is not, there are 10,000 people listening to someone sing a song or speak. And there is one pearl that comes out. And that person gets it. But there are other pearls that have different shape and weight and all of that. You have to see value in what you already have in your hand for you to attract more. So in your manifestation, like when I had to deal with my little crisis on Friday morning, I had to see what I am grateful for. Being able to think, being able to listen, being able to move up and down, up and down. That's what I had. That was a pearl. And then you get a Canadian diamond, you said. Tessa-Marie, I got a rare pink Canadian diamond. Of course you did. But because you have a rare pink Canadian diamond, are you done? No, you're not. That diamond is formed under pressure. And the moment you begin to manifest, pressure will come. That's just how it is. You're manifesting a rare pink diamond. You think it's just going to show up like that? You think you save money by cooking more at home? Yes. It's the same thing. You have that diamond, and then all of a sudden you have to put more effort into doing what you need to do. You want to build the wealth of this diamond, then maybe you have to stop eating out every night. Maybe you should stop buying prepared foods. You want to build that diamond. It's formed under pressure. It's hard, right? So you have it because you're manifesting it. And you're thinking it should be easier. I got a diamond from Tessa-Marie, but she didn't tell me I had to do this and do that and go over here. Yes, I told you. A diamond you want, a diamond you got, it's formed under pressure. You need to work it. You need to stay consistent. You need to fight the feeling to stay in your bed the day you need to go deal with this thing that you want in your life. You have to look at the pot of ice cream and walk away. You want to lose weight. You want to eat. You have to make arrangements. Eat in a smaller, use a breakfast plate instead of a dinner plate to eat from. It takes less food. Look at the credit card and look at what it is you are going to point and click on and ask yourself, do I need this? I do not waste time in a supermarket. I was talking to Colleen the other day and I told her when I go in, I go for what I want and I go. I am not a browser. I cannot do it. It doesn't suit me. And if I have to browse, it's like too much for me. But that's just me. So when I have to do something, I will be consistent. I will grind it into the ground. I'll step on it. I'll make it work. It has to yield to you. And that takes time. That takes putting it down, looking at that thing you want to manifest. Open your computer, look at your debt level. Open the kitchen cupboard. Do you really need to go shopping? Oh, Tessa-Marie, but it was on sale. I love that line. And I replied, because it's on sale, that doesn't mean you have to buy it. You buy it if you desire it, if you want it for a gift, if you have to get somebody, something like that. But because it's on sale, it doesn't mean it's you that have to buy it. It doesn't mean that at all. And that is one of the things you have to remember. Get yourself in a relaxed state. Do not kill what you want to do. You want to lose the weight, you want to do that, you want to get out of debt, you want to have a home, you want a lover, Hey, when last you describe what are you looking for? That takes time. That takes daily action. 5 minutes a day in your goal-setting journal, writing down what it is you need to manifest, and do not think it won't change. It will decide how it wants to be manifested in your life because it will change for you. It is going to say, oh, no, today we're not going to write it like that. And you wonder, why am I writing this? That's the goal speaking to you. Go with the flow. Tomorrow morning, or when you get up and you realize, oh my, I'm getting up late, I have to rush to get to work. No, we have to be in the office 3 times a week, and and it's just, then give yourself 15 minutes head start. Get up 10 minutes earlier. Get 15 minutes and take 5 out of that to write your dream goal and desire. It's consistently 7 days a week, once a day. Sometimes it will drive you to do it 3 times a day. But your minimum time to write your dream goals and desire down is once a day. Every day. You cannot just sit there and expect because somebody has it, you want it too. That's not how it works. A friend of mine said, well, if so-and-so can have a gas stove, I want a gas stove. And I'm thinking, what? A stove? I don't mind. Give me 3 stones and some twigs and I will cook on it for you. I'll make everything on it. My neighbor at the back said to me, what don't you cook on the barbecue? And I couldn't think. I'll find a way to bake a cake on the barbecue. So the point of it is, because somebody has it, that is not a reason for you to want it or you to decide you should have it too, because you see, they pay the price for it. Everything somebody has in their life, there is a price you pay. You cannot get what somebody else has because you figure it's for you. What is your dream goal and desire? It's true. We don't have to invent the wheel again, but we can put gold spokes on it. We can put sparkles on it. We can put Christmas lights around it on a battery. We can do anything with the wheel to make it individual. But you cannot want or desire what somebody has or to be like someone. That's already taken. They are that. So who are you? So you have to be careful with manifestation. The last thing is cannot manifest nice when you only spew out horrid things. It's a cancellation program. That's not manifestation. That is called cancellation. So it doesn't happen. So I have somebody that says, I'm a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I have millions of dollars and da la la la. But that person never honors the credit arrangement they make. They don't pay their bills. They do not like to pay for services. So they might say it because somebody has said to them, speak that you have money, say you will, and you'll get it. That's not all. You also have to do the right thing. If you have millions of dollars and you're saying that because they say that is the law of attraction, they should, again, we hear the law of attraction so much. So the law of attraction is the nugget. Open it. Check the crevices. Check the bumps. See what's in there. In the law of attraction nugget, it will tell you, yeah, you can say that, but you have to live by that. Render to Caesar what is Caesar and to God what is his own, right? So you cannot say you have millions and you're constantly making sure that you say it because that's what they told you, but you behave like you do not have it by not honoring and paying your debt or keeping financial promises that you've made. So are you guys getting that? Because that's why some people with their big idea, I have millions and tons of money, but they will ask you for $10 to buy gas. Because you see, they don't have it. But they've heard if they say it, they will get it. But you also have to live by what you say. What did they say in the olden days? Your word is your bond. So that's what we must remember. Manifestation requires, there are rules to manifesting. There's rules, and you must follow them. Because many times, what we do not want to manifest, because we do not follow the proper rules of manifestations, that's what we get. Like when you say things about people that are not nice, not true, or you criticize others that you have never met in your life, chances are you will never meet them. And then you wonder why you're not going in the direction you desire to go. Check your journey and have a great morning. I'm happy and grateful for each and every one of you who dropped by today. Thank you so much for coming and taking Instagram on. Instagram, you know, Stacy, Yoko, Georgie, Jean, Colleen, Lisa, Dawn, and Rosalind. Thank you for standing up to Instagram. Consistency paid off, and you're still there. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful morning. We have some slow playing in the area. And again, ask yourself, there's a 10 a.m. phone call. Okay, Stacy. Ask yourself, what did you get today? And remember what I said. I hope you got a nugget, because truly that's the most valuable one. You can always spin it around and find some other little spot to go into and sort it out. Have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.